Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me for this week's Pick a Card weekly reading. It's very simple. I draw 5 cards. So pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, let's go to the board. Whoa, what happened there? The camera's been moved. Okay, hopefully we can get this straight. Okay, alrighty. Let's go to card number 1. Card number 1, and closing my eyes now, what do I see? Buckets of ice. Oh, okay, this is like a party or some sort of celebration or social event where people are drinking and having a fun time. Maybe if you've picked card number 1, it's time to consider getting out and about a little bit more. The card that comes up is the 4 of Cups. Sometimes this suggests that there's a sort of sadness or despondency there, particularly regarding a past relationship. Even if it's finished a long time ago, this energy can sit deep down within a set of cellular level in the body. So you see this red rose here, which does suggest some sort of, significant love relationship. But you also see these white roses as well, which is basically saying that there's a real spiritual connection there. Sometimes when there is a spiritual connection, though, it's hard to get it to play out in the physical world the way that you want it. So you might definitely have that love and that spiritual connection, but for usually reasons of trauma or some sort of abuse or, something that's happened to both parties, it becomes difficult in the physical world. So it's a sad time. But on the other hand, you see there's green here as well, which suggests growth. And so it's like from whatever relationship, whatever the difficulties, that growth, a silver lining can come from it. So if you've picked card number 1 this week, you might be reminded of something that didn't work out that you hoped that it would work out. Now, I don't know if you can see on your device, there's a lot of butterflies around her head. This suggests new ideas, new beginnings coming in, and that's something to look forward to. Spirit is literally handing you a gift related to your emotions, and despite whatever sadness there may be in the past, that some new things can come in and change your life. All right, that's card number 1. Looking at card number 2 now. Card number 2, I'm seeing a picture. It looks a bit like a painting, and it's like I'm walking upstairs, but they sort of veer to the left, and then they veer to the right, and then they veer to the left. This is like a person making up their mind. It's because one moment you've got this information, you think this, and then when you get more information, you think something slightly different, and then you get more information and you think something slightly different, and on it goes. The good thing is that you're moving, okay? It could be much, much worse. You might think you're confused, or you don't know what to think, or where am I, what am I doing? What's my direction in life? What's worse than that is not doing anything at all. At least you're moving forward if you've picked card number 2. There are people, and I don't know why I want to say at the bottom, or maybe that's not quite the right word, but it feels like it's down here. That's why I'm saying it. If you're here, if you're ascending in consciousness and you're here, there are people that have not ascended as far as you have. And just think of it as like, being spiritual babies or something like that. We're all spiritual babies in some regard. Like, I'm hopeless at cooking. Like, I had an incident happen when I was like 2 years old and I've never got over it. I was scared of the oven ever since. But I could work on that and I could fix that, except that my husband cooks and I like it this way. So, I'm happy to leave it the way it is. But we're all immature in some respect. So, the thing about if you've picked card number 2, you're moving. That's the important thing. Some people are stuck. And even if you feel stuck, you're not, because in spirit you're moving. Alrighty, let's have a look and see what card comes up. Oh, this card come up in on the Facebook live stream as well. This is about nurturance and the good mother, the woman who nurtures people and her own children and herself. So it's important to nurture yourself so you can keep going. You can't keep on giving if the well is dry, because you haven't looked after yourself. So it's important to look after yourself and then your family and then other people. You'll see here the rocking horse. So this suggests that it's the world of the inner child, and what I was just talking about, everybody is a child in some respect. So we need to honour and take care of that childlike part of ourselves. This is all about home and hearth. If you pick card number 2, you might be, feeling like spending more time at home or doing something around your home. Okay, not really the time to be going out, perhaps. All right, now let's look at card number 3. Card number 3 and see what comes up. No. I'll go with that one underneath. Closing my eyes now. What do I see? I see a single white rose with the green leaves. Again, this is a very spiritual connection with somebody, a spiritual love. It's like there's a purity and an innocence there, and maybe it is like the innocence of childhood, perhaps. The card that comes up is the 3 of Cups. Okay, this is about socialising. So, number 2 is more a homebody. Number 3 is more about going out. And there could be a bit of a naivety or an innocence with this, because you go out in a group expecting to have a great time, and you probably will, but just be aware that in the group there are lots of different types of personalities, and you might not gel with everybody that's in the group. Okay, so you can just be civil. You don't have to be best friends with that person. If you don't like them, you go out and you don't really sort of like them, talk to somebody else. I find if you can be pleasant and polite, but you really don't have to get involved with that person's life. But just know you're all in the fish's mouth here, and there's a higher spiritual relationship. The reason that you're going out together in a group, or maybe you work together, or maybe you're in the same family. It could be 3 siblings in the same family that are completely like at odds with each other and nothing gels, but at a higher level there is a spiritual connection between you. And this white rose that I see at a higher level, it's like maybe you decided that you'd needle each other here on the earthly plane, to make the other person, help them become a better person in some way. Hope that makes sense. A bit convoluted, but I think you'll get my gist. Alrighty, card number 4. Card number 4, let's see what comes out for you. Closing my eyes. What do I see? I see it's like an ocean liner, but it's not really it's a bit industrial or a bit commercial. It's more for freight. I think it carries passengers and freight. So it's not one of the real luxurious type ocean liners, but this one is about doing some sort of work. Okay, so this is referring to your career, your work life, and even if you don't work, it's what you do as work, on a regular basis, even if that's doing housework or doing craft or, something you're doing on a daily level. Okay, so there's a project or there's something that you're working on. I see the colours, it's like green, but it's more a yellowy green, a limey yellowy colour. So I feel like some of you, maybe there's some sort of digestive issue, but it's getting fixed, or it's healing, or it's less intense. Maybe you've already modified your diet, stay away from sugar and carbs, for example. Says I, who had half a bread roll yesterday. But, now and again, it probably doesn't hurt, but you don't want to do that every day. Eating bread every day can be problematic for lots and lots of people. All right, so something around the digestive area. There could be issues with father or authority figures. This is the solar plexus area. This is about you completing a project, starting a project and actually completing it and being successful at what you choose to do. It's really important that you don't take on big projects that are hard in order to build your self-esteem and your confidence. You want to take on small projects that you can easily manage. The card that comes up is the Justice card. There's something hidden that you don't know, but there's also action to be taken, and you can take that action because the owl here will guide you. So that's about your intuition guiding you in some sort of project where you can be successful. Sometimes with this card, it's more about karmic justice and things, according to karma. But sometimes with this card, earthly law, LAW, this is a help. So, you might get some news very soon. If you have any legal matters and you've picked card number 4, and somebody wants to help you there, and somebody in a position of authority, it's time to balance the scales. Maybe you have an offer and you have to work out if you want to accept that or not. But decisions need to be made in accordance with the law and the natural law, LORE. Alrighty, card number 5. 5 is alive. Let's see what comes out. I'm going to go with that one there. Closing my eyes. Purple, spirituality, the crown chakra opening up. How's your eyesight going? Have you been having headaches? I feel there's an interplay of more energy, and so this suggests that more energy is coming into you from spirit, but it might be a balancing game or like a bit hard initially to balance in your life because there's so much more energy coming in. Maybe that is causing headaches or sort of eyesight issues. Eyesight's very fluid, it doesn't just get to one level and stop necessarily. It can change. And so as you open up your crown chakra, meditate on that and just imagining this wheel spinning and the colours like purple, lilac, maybe even white coming in. And if you want to go even higher, silver and gold. I like to do silver and gold together because I feel it's more balanced, the masculine and the feminine. And so this is bringing more energy into your head, so it could be bringing in more thoughts as well. You'll see here we have the 8 of Wands. This suggests that the thoughts are coming through rapidly, okay? It's quickly. You have flashes of brilliance, so it's a good idea to write them down. You see the moon here, which is reminiscent of the silver, and then these flashes coming in, which is reminiscent of the gold. And you can see the gold around the card as well. So this just says that you're going to have some brilliant flashes this week. Write them down, take note. If you have 10 brilliant flashes but only one works out, I reckon that's a pretty good ratio. That's what I find. 1 in 10 works out for me. So here's all the cards. We've got one major only this week out of 5. So it's not a hugely significant week for many people. It's more about, domesticity, getting stuff done at work, getting stuff done at home, accomplishing, working on your self-esteem, moving forward. Okay. Alrighty, so that's it. Oh, I do seem to be stuck in a mode. I don't know why that is, but we'll go back to the board. That's the cards for this week. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you are new, please consider joining the channel and hit that notification bell right now. Have a fabulous week, everyone, and I'll see you again soon, and happy Easter if you celebrate Easter. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.